Hi, this is Lori, also known as Inspire to Act, checking in with you and letting you know that day 4 of my 100-day raw food challenge is complete. That was actually yesterday. I spent the day painting my kitchen, woohoo, because I'd been avoiding it for a while, and everything else in my house is pretty much done except for that in my master bedroom. So anyway, doing that. Also put the iPod in, was listening to 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is something that I've listened to before, but it's always really good to get a good refresher. Reminds me of my mission statement, what my priorities are, and how I put my life together, basically. So it was really a good day. I did go out running some errands, and I could smell the restaurant foods. And I'm going to tell you, it smelled good. I'm not even going to lie. But I had to remember why it is that I'm not eating there and not to feel like, oh gosh, I just can't eat that. More or less, you know, how the whole restaurants, all those restaurants, really go against the principles and what it is that I value in my own personal life. And if I continue, or if I purchase or attend those, what am I trying to say? If I visit those restaurants, I'm only supporting more of that. Every time I spend my money, I'm asking for more of those restaurants. So the craving subsided. I couldn't sleep last night. I was up and going. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have this energy. I just want to go to bed. But I couldn't. And then I was hungry, and I didn't really want to eat at 1 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, I just want to let you know it's okay to feel hungry. The feelings will eventually kind of die down. You don't have to jump up and grab something to eat as soon as you feel your tummy rumble. Number 1, first sign of dehydration, or it is a sign of dehydration. Usually, we mistaken hunger for hunger for thirst. It's really a dehydration issue. I also wanted to mention why it is that I chose to go raw. It was a few things, actually. The first thing was that I wanted to follow something that was a universal diet. I didn't necessarily like that this diet is okay for elderly people, this is a diet good for babies and children, and this diet is good for women who are trying to lose weight, and this diet is good for men who are trying to bulk up. I really didn't like that there were different ways of eating, and when I took it down to its most simplistic state, it seemed that raw food was the most simple that you can get when it comes to your diet. Sometimes the most simple, obvious is where we should go. So it's a universal diet. Your babies can have it, senior citizens can have it, women trying to lose weight can have it, children can have it, men trying to bulk up can have it. So that's why I went with that. I try to go with something that's timeless rather than trendy. I sometimes wonder about a lot of the diets that are put out there on the market and how people are so starving to just grab any diet book or fad that's out there on the market, and they end up paying for it later with some of the side effects and their compromised health that they're going for, as far as they're looking for weight loss or they're looking for something aesthetic, as more or less or more than they're looking for something that is for true health and wellness. I also have noticed that when I am on a raw food diet, or when I'm eating raw, it has changed every aspect of my life, from the way that I raise my children to the way that I shop to the way that I think. My spirituality, all of the aspects of my life, my love life, my health life, my spiritual life, my intellectual aspect of me, every aspect of my life has improved. It's one plays on the other. And when your body isn't burdened down with chemicals and sluggish foods, you're actually free to do whatever it is that you want to do and focus on the things that matter to you most. So to talk about freedom, you can get a lot of freedom from eating a raw food diet, clarity of the mind, and start thinking for yourself rather than going along with just what everybody else says. I'm a true believer in self-reliance, and anyway, see how I get rambling? Did you see that again? So anyway, I was just trying to tell you why I went raw. I call it the elite diet. I have educated my children. I have 2 children, a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old, and it was not easy in the beginning going raw, but teaching them along with me has made all the difference. Also involving them, taking them to the market, having them pick out their own produce, having them make their own recipe. Granted, you can't do that when they're super teeny tiny, but for me, when they were really small, if they were hungry, I presented their food to them. If they didn't like it, they wanted to refuse it, I would put it back away in the refrigerator, and then when they decided they were hungry again, I pulled out the same meal again. I wasn't going to give in to them, and I think that sometimes parents play this guilt trip with themselves, that they feel that they're withholding nutritious food or withholding food from their children, and they feel kind of guilty, so they give in and do it. I'm just here to tell you, I definitely don't see that working in my life. For me, it was best to hold firm to what I felt was important and educate my children why it is that we're doing that, and create some enthusiasm by playing with the food, sampling the food, going to the restaurants, having them a part of it, and making their favorites. So that really helps. Anyway, it can be done. Long process maybe, but I will tell you this, my children are the ones that make me own raw food more than myself. They're the ones that they say, didn't you say that raw food is this, and why are you getting this? And they would question when I would start to make purchases that were not in alignment with the raw food lifestyle. And children are great. They're uncensored, and when you teach them something and they know it to be true, they own it. They don't have to play around with it in their head. They just know it right from the get-go. So they have actually been my biggest help, because it pushes me to live up to what I know to be true and live up to what I teach my children. And they're great checkups. They are the first to say, I'm not eating that, I'm not going to eat that, and if it's not raw or if it's not the best for us. And I have seen several times where they'll just sit there and they won't eat anything, and then the guilt gets to me because I know that I shouldn't be eating it either. But anyway, that's my story. See, chit-chatting. I'll talk to you later. Today is the beginning of day 5. I'm going to be painting my kitchen again, hooking up the iPod, getting this space all spruced up. And my kids are coming home from the river from a family trip, and my side yard's going, getting the garden ready for fall planting. I'm really excited about that. So today's just an easy breezy day. I am going to be posting my diet and my exercise in the text, so you can see what it is that I am doing there. Anyway, hope everybody's doing great. Peace out.